I believe, and maybe that one Supreme Court ruling when it comes to religion involving the baker in Colorado, that might be precedent. But if you're a religious group and you believe a certain way, the government can't force you to hire people that don't practice your faith. Because, again, you're not just an employee. There are additional demands. Now, maybe you don't have to be practicing that faith to get employment, but they have the right as a private group to say, it's time to move on. But I predict won't only be the Catholic Church, but it will be churches across the country. As same-sex marriage becomes more prevalent, you're going to have to deal with these issues. No one likes to talk about it. No one wants to be uncomfortable. No one wants to be labeled a name because they are politely and respectfully disagreeing with what has been spoon-fed to us by the mainstream media, by the Democrats, by the libs, by everybody else. You can love whoever you want in America legally now. However, that doesn't mean that you can get employment with a place of faith. Does it? Kevin Miller, KIDO Talk Radio, 107.5 FM, 580 AM. Your call's next. Good morning, Doug. Rolling on the right side when it comes to faith-based programs and who gets to work there. That's what we're discussing. Russell in Meridian, good morning. You're on KIDO Talk Radio.
Good morning, Kevin. I appreciate this subject matter. It's right up my alley, and I'd like to say to everybody listening that there's been an element of the gospel that has been removed, and that is when Jesus Christ was crucified, he crucified the flesh. He was in a fleshly body, and he put the flesh sins of all mankind on his self, and then he executed it. The penalty was death. And that translated into a resurrection life for those who believe into him. And that means that they will live a life themselves in which they crucify the flesh on a daily basis in their mind and their soul. This has been removed from the gospel. The institutionalism of America and Christianity have softened the gospel so that it doesn't give the demands of the faith action of the individual. So the solution is not institutional Christianity, neither, some program. It is individual free Americans that can speak of the experience of what I just said, and then they can speak out as individuals, not a collective. You see, the churches, Kevin, they're under the design of the same collective institutions. It's not helping. It hasn't helped for decades. You can see for 60 years, the deeds of the flesh have reigned over our society, and the left-wing liberals and the purveyors, the flesh purveyors, have won. It's time for individual Christians to speak out in forums of the experience of the crucifixion of the flesh, where they overcame their sin patterns. They overcame their habits of sin as individual free Americans. And I think that's the need of the day. In fact, it may win the 2020 election if we have a lot of people speaking out like I just did.
Well, we love it when people speak out. We certainly love to hear what you have to say. Russell, thank you for the call and for bringing that to our attention here.
Thank you, Kevin. God bless you.
God bless you.